Alright guys, welcome back to another Dragonheir video. In this video, I'm gonna show you guys world's most toxic arena team ever in Dragonheir Silent Gods. Alright, so I've been trying to tune this team for a couple days, just farming gear non-stop. Alright, this week just reset. Well, it reset yesterday. I haven't played arena for like 24 hours. And on my server, I am still rank 1. Check my defense log, by the way. Check my defense log. Look at that. And all these challengers, like, they are in the highest tier, right? I have the most toxic defense team ever. Like, I think if you actually have these 5 champion, I do think if you have strong enough gear or inspiration, you are basically undefeated. Yeah, there's no way you can lose defense by any chances, right? Arena battle is 3 minutes each. If you're on the defense side, the enemy is not able to kill your entire team in 3 minutes. The defense side wins. So that's the logic. And I don't think any team in the world can take down this team. Let's say you have the similar gear power, similar inspiration. You're not gonna take down this team, right? It's just not gonna happen. Like, if I think if people have like 5 super broken max inspiration champion, they can still win. But not a lot of people have that type of crazy inspirations. So since it's a defense team, it's a little bit hard to do a showcase. But I'm just gonna do it as a offense to show you guys why this team is so hard to beat. Well, it has to do with like the arena mechanic, right? There's no heal reduction or block revive stuff. Yeah, stall team is super easy to build. You can basically put like 5 tank, 5 healers. But for this season, I think Ice and Radiance is the best choice. So I just got this champion not long ago, a couple days ago actually, because my server is not most up-to-date server. So yeah, I'm just throwing a random gear set on him. Yeah, maybe I should change this gear set a little bit. Maybe I should just match their gear set. Use this one instead, right? It's gonna be a little bit better. Okay, so this hero I think is super OP, especially in arena. He can still be a good healer tank, type of tank in PvE. But for arena, she is so good. Like, she can help your team survive a lot longer. Very cool looking champion. The ultimate is actually 16 seconds cooldown, 16 seconds recharge time without any skill haste. I have 44 skill haste, so it's 14.9 seconds. And like, once he casted this ultimate, all allies healing received increased by 50%. That's insane. 50% increase healing for all allies. And she's gonna remove the debuff and heal the ally with lowest HP stuff. And I think she's just so good in a stall team. I wasn't planning on building a defense like this until I got this champion, right? So the other champion I'm using is Gillian. I have a max inspiration Gillian, so she has crazy type of stats. I'm using this set so she can take damage from allies, and just gonna gear her with insanely high enlightenment and resistance. So all 5 champions I'm using right now have at least 350 resistance. Yeah, it's actually not enough in the highest tier in arena, because I see most of people's Elsibri in challenger tier, they have like 450 accuracy. So yeah, this type of resistance is not enough. And by the way, this thing is really good. I know it's out of reach for free-to-play players, but I think if you're low spending, you should be able to get this. You should be able to get this. I think the Pillar of Trials can be done with like maybe 2 or 3 legendaries for each faction. It can be done. So gotta get this. Make sure this one is way better than the one they gave us from last season. This one is really good for healers. Alright, and the next one I'm using, of course, one of the most broken champion in the game, with Mithracia, and she is just the best champion in a stall tanky team, she is the best champion because if one of your champion get one shot, she can bring them back. Alright, so similar logic, I'm using this resistance. Well, I'm not sure if this is the right choice because I think I'm still gonna use this one, right? So every time she receives a ultimate energy reduction, she's gonna gain debuff immunity. I feel like this is not that useful since I'm already building resistance. Or maybe like if I use this one, I'll just not build resistance at all, right? Basically, in higher tier arena, it's mostly Alcibri. There are no other like debuffers, really. Right? So yeah, I think this is the most broken champion probably for PvP overall. And in this season, we have Radiance and Ice at the same affinity. So next one is obviously gonna be Alcibri. I think like if you build 5 pure tank or pure healer to the team, it's a little bit weird. So I decided to use Alcibri. She is one of the best ultimate energy reduction champion in the game, right? 75% chance to reduce ultimate energy by 50%. So this is cut the enemy ultimate energy by half, basically. So the way you build this champion, I see people making mistake to push her skill haste to be insanely high. But the most important thing about Alcibri is accuracy. You're gonna try to push her accuracy to 500. I can tell you guys this: when you are in arena going against using your Alcibri, going against enemies Alcibri, the one with higher accuracy wins. It's not the one with higher skill haste wins. Alright, so it's very important to push very high accuracy, and you're gonna have this Sandglass artifact. Alright, so the last one I'm using is Philosia. I think she is the best shielder champion in the entire game. Since I have enough tanks or healers in my team, I'm just gonna use a shielder. And she got this control immunity, damage reduction, super useful. I think she is super useful. Since for shielder champion you kind of have to use this artifact, right? So it's a little bit hard to build resistance on this champion. I think, like I said, I would really want to push to at least 350 towards 400. This type of resistance is a little bit on the lower end, so she sometimes gets debuff. This is not what I want. So I know it's a little bit hard to showcase this team in offense, but I'm just gonna pick a team that has a lot of DPS. For example, this one, right? They have triple DPS champion. Usually you don't see that type of team. Triple DPS champion, and I really hope I have a resistance aura champion to push resistance a little bit higher. So his Alcibri is 320 something. No, and you have 50 affinity bonus. So this is like 400 accuracy. And the thing is, on my what's it called? On my affinity bonus tree, I did not max out the resistance yet. So Ice and Radiance resistance, maybe I'll just max out right now. Alright, so max this out, give me extra 50. So let's go into arena. Maybe I can do a couple showcase to see how nasty and toxic this team is. So I have very high resistance, my whole team, right? Let's just go in there and see if this enemy team can take me down in 3 minutes. They have triple DPS. By the way, I really don't have any damage on my team. Right? I have no damage on my team. That's fine. Okay. I'm pretty much constantly at full HP. Right? Right, his Havita takes a turn. I'm still at like half HP. Now I got my shield out. Yeah, everybody's pretty much back to full HP again. Alright, so yeah, that's basically how broken this team is. Who is doing damage? Yeah, only the tank champion is doing damage. As for the healer, 5 champion can heal. So it's pretty even, right? Looking at the heal chart, pretty even. So who's taking more damage? The tank champion. So yeah, I'm still at very healthy HP level. Got the shield out. I think maybe I should move the backline a little bit towards the front, so my tank can also get healing from these champions, right? I should move the backline a little bit to the front. So basically, it's 1 minute in, and I'm at full HP, and not a single champion on my team died. So I don't know how much stronger the DPS has to be compared to this team to take down my team. And by the way, I think if they use like a single target DPS, I don't think it's gonna work, because I have Mithracia. If they use a very strong single target DPS, like a Felicity or something, they take down one of my champion, my Mithracia is just gonna bring that champion back, right? And I think they actually, maybe I can actually win this. The tank is doing damage. He is putting to work here. The tank is doing damage, and Elsebri. See? With this triple Frost DPS, I am just full HP, non-stop. This is the most toxic arena team you can put. And maybe after this battle, I can show you guys some alternative. You don't really have to have 5 of these champions. There's really other champions to go with that are also really good. Alright. So yeah, I can actually win this, which is a bit weird. Look at all these debuffs, all these healings and stuff. It took me like 2 minutes to take down this team slowly. And surprisingly, Elsebri is doing the 2nd highest healing. Look at this. Look at Elsebri's healing. Much higher than Gillian. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know why. Alright, so let's talk about alternatives. Alright. What other champion can you use from Ice and Radiance faction? The first one is obviously another one of the best healer in the game, Asilia. She is gonna be very good in that team. The only reason I did not put Asilia in the team is because I have a Gillian with higher inspiration. That's the only reason. My Gillian is 5 inspiration, my Asilia is 2 inspiration, right? So I think these two champions are pretty close. I would say they're pretty close. Yeah, I would recommend go with one of them. You don't really need both of them unless you don't have other choice, right? And the other one I think is really good is Facia, this champion here, because look at his skill kit. Damage reduction and damage delay, super good buffs, and it's on a battle skill. This is not even in ultimate skill. So champion like Elsebri, they will not be able to decrease the energy for this one. This is always going to cast at 5 seconds, right? And this one, he actually does damage. 700% attack radiant damage, and recharging skill penalty and debuff immunity. I think, yeah, you can definitely use him to replace any of the champion I showcased. Again, the only reason I'm not using him is because he's a new champion. I do not have inspiration on him. And as for the epic, I don't see anything good. Any like healer or tank that is outstanding from the epic. And then talking about Frost, I think like if you don't want to use that new tank hero, there's another tank here that is really good. That's Uriel. I know a lot of people don't mention this champion, but this is one of the best traditional type of tank. It doesn't do anything else other than being tanky and protect your whole team. He is actually tanky, right? I tried him out before. He's just very tanky and he protects your whole team, and that's pretty much it, right? And again, on the team I'm just showcased, I don't think you really need 5 healers. So this guy doesn't do any healing, and I think that's fine. And another good thing is he receives a fatal damage. He's gonna come back to life. Well, if you have Mithracia, that's probably not a big deal. But if you don't have Mithracia, this could slow down the enemy a little bit and help you pass the 3 minutes mark. And other than that, in the Frost, in the Ice Affinity, I do not see anything else that's outstanding. So yeah, I mentioned 3 alternatives. You can replace any champions I just showcased. So yeah, I guess that's gonna do it for this video. I probably should move these a little bit closer, right? So she can get more healings from this skill, right? It has to be 2 tiles, and so do like this. I think that's better. All right, so I guess that's it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. Is this the most toxic broken arena team you can find, and I know it's very hard to deal with this type of team, and I always hate people who doing this, but I think the developers, they just need to change this. They need to put a heal reduction mechanic into the arena. Maybe like after 2 minutes, all healing received are reduced by 50%, something like that, right? Yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in a video soon. Bye.